In Nebraska today, officials are working to keep floodwaters out of 2 nuclear power plants. Pumps are being used to keep the plants dry against the rising waters of the Missouri River. The government's top nuclear official visited the plants and declared them safe. In New Mexico, there's worry about one of the national laboratories that designs nuclear weapons. Wildfires broke out on Sunday and came within 50 feet of the Los Alamos lab. Officials closed the lab today. Some radioactive material is stored there. Also on the list of Mother Nature's punishments this year is drought. Texas is especially hard hit. It's about to set a record with the driest 9 months since 1895. Don Teague met the Texans struggling to stay on the land.
It looks like harvest time in Crawford, Texas, but for fourth-generation farmer Bert Golke, it's actually a financial disaster.
You have one of these, and you have 3 of those.
This could have been a great year for Golke. Corn prices are near record highs, but instead of harvesting his 1,500 acres of corn, Golke is chopping it up into a feed called silage, the only salvageable use for a crop destroyed by drought.
We should be dealing with 7.5-foot corn right now, green, nice big ears on it, maybe like that, filled out all the way around. Instead, that's what we have.
His potential losses, more than $250,000, but just a fraction of the $3 billion the historic drought will cost Texas farmers and ranchers. 250 miles south, Rosalie Coleman is hurting too. A 70-year-old widow, she's running this cattle ranch on more than 1,000 acres by herself.
Other than raising 3 wonderful children, I feel like my greatest achievement has been to hold on to this land.
And she needs every acre. With no real rain in 9 months, she's forced to move her cattle from pasture to pasture just to find grass to sustain them.
In a normal season, I would rotate every couple of weeks or 3 weeks, and a pasture like this would hold them easily for that long, but in this kind of weather, it's usually every 4 or 5 days.
Where Rosalie Coleman and Bert Golke are surviving thanks to saving in good years and planning for drought.
Trying to figure out, where we can cut corners and keep going and maybe have a decent year next year. That's really what it's about, surviving.
But holding on is harder with each day. This week's forecast doesn't help. More heat and only a slight chance of rain. Don Teague, CBS News, Crawford, Texas.